desert. To anthropologist Jeff Leach, who is researching how diet affects our microbes, it comes down to the choices we make in our everyday lives.
When I first moved out here, the local grocery store, which is in the middle of nowhere, they didn't carry leeks. This leek is full of the F word, fiber. So this would be my number one choice if I got stranded in this grocery store and wanted to improve my microbiome. You hear people complain endlessly that they can't get enough fiber in their diet. I call bull. They're just not choosing the right foods. Lentils are a great choice for fiber. Just 1 cup contains 60 grams of fiber, approximately 4 times as much as the average North American.
عدس عبد الله ها عدس.
If I had to pick one thing that's changed most dramatically in the human diet, it's not our increase in fat, it's not our increase in sugar. Our biggest shift in diet has been our breathtaking drop in dietary fiber. Over the last 2 years, I've gone on an extraordinary amount of diets. I've gone on the paleo diet, Mediterranean diet. I've even gone on hunter-gatherer diets. And each one has a differing effect on my microbiome. It's just a sample size of one. But what I did learn is how I can shrink and swell diversity.
So how does an anthropologist end up working with some of the world's top microbiologists?
My daughter, who's 15 now, was diagnosed when she was 2 years old with type 1 diabetes. And as a parent, you're completely devastated. But as a researcher, the question is why? So I started to research and try to understand her disease, which led me to microbes.
Since then, scientists have begun to understand the link between gut-friendly fiber and our metabolism. In this Agriculture Canada lab, Krista Power is testing the microbial value of food, including chickpeas, grown in our own backyard.
Chickpeas أبي
The
ها
theory
حمص.
is that we can shift the microbiome by the chickpeas in order to reduce obesity.
Professor Power has cooked up a recipe that mimics what happens to the chickpeas once we swallow them.
We remove the components that would be absorbed, and then it continues as if you're following it through the digestive tract to get what the colon sees after you consume the food. And that's what we're exposing into Emma's RoboGut system.
Down the road at the University of Guelph, Emma Ellen Verco is serving RoboGut its dinner.
So this is where we put the chickpea mixture, and these are the microbes. So this is what is going on in your colon. It's being stirred just in the same way that the microbes in your gut are very slowly being churned. We're looking at this chemical concoction at the end to see if there's a difference in the way that the microbes from an obese person might process food from a lean person.
For Emma, the research isn't just professional, it's personal.
The issue of obesity and the gut microbiota is kind of close to my heart. And being a researcher in this area, I've looked at my own gut microbiota, and I know that it's not very diverse. It's not as diverse as it should be. My motto is that my microbes made me do it.
In fact, Emma's microbes may have a mind of their own.
Now we know that the microbes in the gut actually speak to the brain, our brains, through all sorts of pathways that we never even realized existed.
Researchers believe our bacteria send us chemical messages via the vagus nerve, which connects our digestive system to the base of the brain.
It's like a phone line between the brain and the gut. And we know that gut bacteria can secrete neurotransmitters. So the amazing implication of that is that the bacteria in our gut can affect our food cravings, or they could affect how hungry we feel, pulling on the strings of our behavior.
If we give in to those cravings and reach for pastries instead of veggies, our microbes still go hungry.
Because there's nothing for them to feed off, then you get a general inflammatory state in the body, and many people believe that is one of the major causes of obesity.